The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpend.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with John Hines, the head coach at Pulaski County. They're in the state Final Four, Coach. I'll tell you what, you make a living out of being in that Final Four. You guys practice on Thanksgiving, it seems like, every year.
Well, it's a lot of fun. Those Thanksgiving Day practices are very special. This will be the 5th time in 6 years, so we're excited about doing that.
We're excited about talking to you and some of your ball players there at Pulaski County. They're an outstanding football team. They've won 10 games in a row, looking for 11 Friday night. Also, our feature is on a young man at Scott County High School. His name is Austin Barnett. He's a fabulous running back for Jim McKee there at Scott County High School. And our scholar athletes, well, they hail from a couple schools, Harrison County and from your own Pulaski County.
We're excited about Wiley Kane being a part of that.
And another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville to Sutherland Chevrolet. And our panel swimmers are also from Scott County High School. So it's all about Scott County tonight, Coach,
Cardinals.
And Pulaski County. All that coming up on the show. And Richard Morse is going to join us from UK Sports Medicine, keep us in the game. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you on Game Time by Central Bank.
A man named Cotton led him to the promised land. Second quarter, Corbin's J.C. Stepp. He'll play baseball at Kentucky. He keeps it here and takes off. Finally brought down after a gain of 34. The same drive, it's Nick Yeager just cutting the Rebels defense in two. Gets it down to the 1-yard line, a pickup of 24. Sets up Grant Gibson from a yard out. It is 7-0 for the Big Red Dogs. And it was that kind of night for the Rebels. At the Corbin 14, Reed Lantern looking for Riley Kolwick, but it's picked off by Cole Shelton. Boyle County turns it over twice inside the Corbin 5. And the Red Hounds pound the defending champs 21-0. First time Boyle County has been shut out since John Harden did it to them in 2011. First time I can remember Chuck Smith team being blanked, period. Corbin in the 3A championship game.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. I want to thank Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, from Somerset, Pulaski County High School. Coach, it's always good to have you on the show because that means that you're winning, and you're just a consistency, a form of consistency there. You've won 10 straight games. How are you guys able to be so consistent?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on the show. It's always a joy to come on the show. Just the opportunity to put a team on the field is what we're all about, and you got to have good players. Yep. Every coach will tell you it's good players that win games. It's not good coaching, it's good players.
Coach, you have several players in the studio and one scholar. What have they meant to the program?
Well, they mean everything. This is a very small senior class that we have this year in number, but seniors are always your leaders. And that's crucial to any kind of team, whether it's football or whatever sports you have. Your seniors set the tone every day for what you're trying to accomplish, and this group's been a great group of leaders and brought this team a long way.
Ethan, you're one of those leaders, as Coach has talked about. You don't go anywhere without a leader. You guys have been good leaders for this football team. What do you bring to the field on Friday nights, on typical Friday night?
Well, it's very important to bring energy and enthusiasm, as we talk about a lot at practice, every time before practice. It's always important to bring that fire you have when you're working out in the weight room prior to the game on Friday. You always got to bring that.
Ethan, you would go to battle with these guys. Why such a tight-knit group?
Well, we go to football camp every year, and this year we went to Jabez, which was a rough one, but like it just makes a big bond between us, and what we go through during practice, it just makes a big brothership.
Trey, talk to us about this team. Coach talked about the leadership, but what makes this team so special in your estimation?
You know, everybody knows when they need to work hard. You know, in practice, everybody's clicks together.
Just cohesiveness.
Yeah.
Dalton, when did you know this team could go far in the playoffs?
Preseason. I mean, I know we got a great group of guys, and I know we had 2 early losses, but after that, you know, we had great practices, and I think we have a really good chance.
You let those early losses get to you. You guys rebounded, and Coach, you've won 10 straight games right now. So, you know, it's always nice to be practicing on Thanksgiving, isn't it, Coach?
You know, it's very special. It really is. Just to be able to extend your season this long is a wonderful thing, being deep in the playoffs. But that Thanksgiving Day practice is just something special, and we really enjoy it. Looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations for getting to semifinals, one of the Final Four teams in your class, so that's quite an honor. You went up against, you go up Covington Catholic, I believe Friday night is your opponent, so good luck in that ball game, Coach, and we appreciate you joining us on the Scholastic Ball Report, taking out your time from a busy week.
Well, thank you very much for having us. We're always overjoyed to come and be on the show, and appreciate all the folks at Pulaski County and all of our team, and appreciate the way these guys lead the way.
That's Johnny Hines and the Pulaski County football team, one of the top teams in the state. Now we're going to this feature. It's on Austin Barnett from Scott County High School. He is a super running back.
The king of the 859, brother. Yes.
For the 3rd consecutive season, Scott County is back in the state semifinals, and much like their coach, the Cards are a confident bunch.
A coach's personality reflects into his team, and I mean, I'm an old offensive lineman, that's what I played, and you know, we've always believed in running the football.
The wing tee is Scott County's specialty, and for the 7th straight season, the Cards have rushed for over 4,000 yards.
It's fun, especially when you're at my position. You can not have the ball and be running 20 yards down the field, and you'll have 3 guys chasing right behind you, and you can just turn around and say, he's already in the end zone over there.
The deception is daunting, and Austin Barnett is the kingpin of Scott County's attack. In Friday's regional final against Simon Kenton, the senior rushed for nearly half of the Cards' 400-plus yards and scored 4 touchdowns.
Austin Barnett, the ball carrier. Anytime you have somebody you can hand the ball to that can make people miss, that makes you look smart as a coach. He had a run the other night where we handed him the ball, and their defensive coaches and their defense did a great job. I mean, he should have lost 2 yards. He gained 30.
Austin has the heart of a lion, and Friday night, his Cardinals will host Madison Central for the chance to play for a state championship.
Well, it's all I've done my whole life. One thing I just want to carry on throughout my adulthood, that I know I've done this and gave it my all.
Alex Walker, WKYT.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our most popular segment because it highlights young ladies and men doing great things in the classroom. In this case, it's Harrison County and Pulaski County. Coach, boy, I tell you, you're doing a great job there at Harrison County.
Thank you. We've got an exciting year ahead of us.
Maddie, you have a 4.2 grade point average. You take 10 AP classes, and you want to pursue a degree in civil engineering. What interests you in all that?
Well, I've always loved doing math and science, and we have a great engineering program at our school. We partner with Project Lead the Way, so I've taken all those classes and want to continue with it.
Kaylee, you've got a 4.0 GPA, taken 3 AP classes, 2 of which are in the science department because you want to be a nurse. What do you want to specialize in?
I'm interested in becoming a neonatal nurse because of my love for children and especially want to work around newborns.
Coach Marshall, tell us about these 2 young, remarkable ladies at the Harrison Phillies.
Okay, well, Madison has played with me since a 6th grader, and she started since 7th grade, so she's been with the program for 7 years at point guard. And then Kaylee's been with us since 7th grade, so 6 years. They've been the foundation for our program, turning it around, and our preseason rankings are higher than they've ever been, and we're really excited, and it's a tribute to these 2.
And Wiley, I tell you what, you're a busy young man there. I mean, you got a 34 in the ACT. You have a 4.0 grade point average. You don't only play football. You're the star quarterback. You also swim, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you find time to do all that?
Honestly, it's just something that my parents, my coaches, everybody else has taught me since the day I was born. It's that hard work brings you the best results, you know. And so I think that if I was just sitting around, or I only did one sport or did something like that, I'd probably go crazy sitting at the house and not having somewhere to be and have something to do. So it's finding time to do homework is just fine with me, because you know what, it's the fact that I love doing everything I do. I love my football, I love swim, and I love getting done in the classroom.
Maddie, you won 25 games last year and captured the 38th district tournament. What are your goals this season?
We put a lot of emphasis on getting better each day in practice, and we want to win districts again this year and then win region in the 2A as well.
And Kaylee, talk to us about your favorite part of being a Harrison County Philly.
Being able to be a part of something that is greater than just yourself and the bond we create with each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you'll pass this down, Ryan Tyson wants to present all three of you with a beautiful plaque. If you'll take that to a Crown Trophy, he'll personalize that for you. And here's some Mingy beef jerky, Mr. Kane, if you give that to your coach. Thank you very much. Give that to Coach for us, and keep up the good work there in the classroom, because that's really where it counts, as you know, Coach.
Absolutely.
That's our scholar athletes from Harrison County and also from Pulaski County. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Let's take a look at the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. We go to the Class 6A state semifinal between Madison Central and Scott County. Madison Central was never in it, with plays like this turned in by the Cardinals' Glenn Covington. It is an interception, and he will take it the long way to the house. That is a pick six, as Scott County runs away with the win 40-6, and that is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Back on our panel swim shop segment, and Tom Viney, you got some great swimmers here from Scott County.
Absolutely. So, Coach Fink, tell us a little bit about not only these two swimmers, but the whole crew that you brought in with you today.
They all exemplify the total package. Excellent swimmers, excellent in the classroom as well. And I can always count on them to be excellent leaders for all the other swimmers on the team.
That's great. So, Zach, what are your goals for this year, just with the season kicking off?
Honestly, I'm just going to try to drop some more time in my sprint events, maybe get a bit better at my distance events, and just maintain good grades in all my classes.
So, Phil, what is your best in the pool and so forth, and what are your goals this year?
I'm going to continue working on my 100 breaststroke, and I guess just foster the relationships between the teams, so even when we graduate, we still have a really strong team that we leave behind.
Oh, that's great. So, Coach, what are your overall team goals for this year?
This year, I'm really hoping to make it back into the top 3 at regionals. It'd be nice to do that, and just advancing as many of the swimmers onto the state as I can.
All right. Well, great. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you guys swim, but also the rest of your crew coming up here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we've got some more Scott County swimmers coming up in the wrap, and also we've got the UK Sports Medicine segment coming up as well on the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome into the UK Sports Medicine segment. Richard Morse is here. He's going to keep you in the game, aren't you, Richard?
Yes,
and
sir.
You know what we're going to talk about, Richard? Let's talk about cross-training. What is cross-training?
So, important thing to know about cross-training is that it's not any one thing. It's different for everybody, and what the concept is basically, using exercises or sports or activities that aren't in your normal program to kind of fill the gaps.
How can an athlete incorporate cross-training into their routine?
So actually, a lot of high school athletes cross-train whether they know it or not, and the easiest way to do that is just playing another sport. So when your football player goes into the gym in the winter to play basketball, he is cross-training, without even knowing it a lot of times.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, they don't even think about that, but they are. They're cross-training. I mean, basketball, football, but you know that's all about it. And let's put up the website, the phone number for UK Sports Medicine. There's the website. 208-3131 is the phone number. Thanks for the great work you guys do at UK Sports Medicine. And you got the walk-in clinic Monday through Friday at 7, I believe, there.
Yes, sir.
Check that walk-in clinic out as well. Now we got these final highlights from Game Time, brought to you by Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Their 8th semifinal matchup in the last 11 years. With a win, the Cards will appear in their 3rd state championship game since 2011. Now, Scott County's wing team misdirection offense is so tough to stop because of plays like this one. Just when you think you know where the ball is, this happens. Bronson Brown scores on the 2nd play of the game all alone, 7-0 Cardinals. Scott County does not pass very often just because, well, they don't need to. And when they do, it usually catches a defender napping. Glenn Covington on his way for 6. That made it 20-0. Covington catches another touchdown pass on the next series, but this time it's Central's quarterback throwing it to him.
Derek Miller getting picked.
Yeah, look at Covington again on the interception this time. I don't have time to show you the whole play, but just believe me, he returns it all the way down the sideline for the pick 6. And Scott County runs away with this one, 40-6.
Welcome back into the wrap of the show. We got some more great Scott County swimmers, and we said we're going to have them all on the show, so we kept them in the wrap, the best for the last.
Absolutely.
And these young swimmers from Scott County, they're certainly deserving.
I tell you what, Coach Fink has done a good job with this team. We've got 3 more that we're going to talk to. So tell me, let's start with you, Ben. So what are your goals for this year?
I just really want to be a leader on the team and try and foster a community on the team, and help work with the newer swimmers and make them feel welcome and help make sure they understand everything with stroke technique and things like that.
That's great. Trisha, what about you?
I had knee surgery in January, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things since it's been a while since I've been on the team. So I'm trying to get back to where I used to be.
And Evan, so how you doing? Doing pretty good?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good, you know, putting in hard work and practice.
This guy had a murky mile, and I understand that you were the winner.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So, like over the summer, I swam in the Murky Mile. It's this big open water swim, and I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
2.4 miles, I understand?
Yeah. Swam 2.4 miles, the Ironman distance, ended up winning it.
Wow.
Yep, he did incredible. He did a great job. So, one other thing. So, Ben, tell me a little bit about this stroke program that you put together recently.
Oh yeah, it was a community service project that I did through actually a dual credit class at UK, Word 110 and 111. But it was basically a free swim clinic for beginners, people that don't really understand the stroke technique or different things like that, and I just help give them some one-on-one help with that.
Why do you think so many kids that swim are good academically too? I mean, you know, it seems like all swimmers are 4.0, 3. I mean, it's always, every time we bring them in here, they're like that. Why do you think that is?
Well, when we're swimming, we got to do a lot of counting to begin with, so that's probably part of it.
Well, I tell you what, this is a good team. It's a really strong class. Coach Fink has brought in a really good group, and just the 2 kids that we had up here earlier, plus these 3, it's a really strong senior class for Scott County.
Yeah, he has a terrific class there at Scott County. We wish him the best. We wish you guys the best this year in your endeavors and you coming back from your injury and everything, and just good luck to you. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.